I'm sorry, I just realized that my microphone was completely muted. Okay, so I was saying before I realized my mic was muted, I went to Rose City Comic Con this weekend. I got a lot of really good information. I got to show off my portfolio to a lot of different artists. Didn't show off to any editors quite yet, but uh, you know, I did get a lot of really good critiques. I got a lot of really good information, and it was absolutely amazing. I enjoyed myself immensely. So what I'm doing now is I'm working on an Iron Man, Tony Stark Iron Man script I bought off of Gail Simone. I'm working on pages 12 through 16 if you really want to know, if you really want to look. And so far I'm having a lot of fun with it. I've set up 3 pages in about an hour, which is, you know, pretty fast for me. But I met a couple of other artists, one of them being Andy and Veronica Fish. And Andy's whole deal, was that and this is one of the really close jobs that I got to. His whole deal was that if they did not need it, or if they needed an inker, they would have walked me over right to the editor, right to their editor, and applied me for a job right then and there. Which, huge ego boost, by the way, just based on the art that I had provided. I need to do another layer. It was crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Let's go ahead and do that. Black pencils. Oh, normally I don't take the time to name my layers, but we're gonna go ahead and do it this time. But anyway, so huge ego boost when he looked at my portfolio and was like, this is professional work. This is awesome. So close to a job, guys. I know I'm not talking to anybody. And I realize on Facebook and is this actually over those pencils? Yes, it is. Okay. Sorry. It's just the opacity is really low and I didn't realize it. Anyway, I realize that the title on YouTube and Facebook is once again fucked up, because it should be my own pencils. Tony Stark Iron Man pencils part 1. No. I don't know. I forget. No, you know what? I'm not gonna do that yet. I'm not gonna worry about that yet. I'm still refining these pages. But the thing of it is that Andy Fish told me that he wants me to keep in touch with him and do some pencils and add them to my portfolio and make up a bunch of tiny little portfolios for me to give out to editors and stuff. And he would try and get me into San Diego Comic-Con. So excited for San Diego. I don't know if that means my trip to Australia is gonna have to be, probably. I mean, honestly, we probably won't be able to properly plan out Australia quite yet, but it's still pretty awesome, I'm not gonna lie. So like I said, I'm working on a script of Tony Stark, Iron Man, uh, written by Gail Simone. And she's an amazing lady. I absolutely loved her, and I'm pretty sure her husband wanted to know all about how I got into comics, and they wanted to see my artwork. And she's retweeted me a couple times, which is crazy to me. And yeah, they wanted to know a whole lot about me that I just was not prepared for them to even want to know. It was it was awesome. I had to be pushed by a friend and my husband um, into actually talking to people. But once I got there, it was amazing. And right now, I'm just working on rough pencils. I'm kind of trying to refine them at the moment because I barely know what I'm doing. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. uh, I mean, I know what I'm doing. I have a script and everything, but at the same time, it's like, what am I even trying to do right now? And if any of you have read this, this is the War of the Realms series. Hi, La Belle Gigi. How are you tonight? It's so cool to have someone to talk to. It's absolutely, I'm not gonna lie. I do have a real people. My husband is back, so I'm probably gonna be a lot more entertaining now that I'm not just talking to myself. You were gone. You were on underway, in fact. No. No, you were underway gone. The few people who Well, she says I feel you there. Yeah, gonna be a whole lot more entertaining now that my husband has a running commentary going on. He's yelling out, I am entertaining. I don't know if my microphone's picking that up, but he thinks he's entertaining. He thinks he's funny, but he tells as many bad jokes as I do. Well, I'm glad you're awake and able to watch me tonight. I always like having people to talk to. It's very hard trying to draw a dragon all scrunched up because I have hardly... No, I didn't pause. Pretty sure I didn't, at least. It might just be my internet connection because Wave sucks. If you ever have the choice between Wave and anything else, literally take anything else. I'm not gonna lie. Anything else. Okay. Okay, that stays there. I gotta figure out where, like, all the tail and stuff happens. Because I know here is... Oh, okay, fair enough. It's so interesting working on my own pencils because I worked on so many, apparently not nice pencils. As I spoke with an artist called Michael Lark, who does Lazarus and a couple of others, but Lazarus is really the only one I care about because I love it. and he was looking at my artwork and he was saying that the pencils that I was working off of were not particularly good, and he didn't think that they accented my ability to the best that it could be. Huge ego boost. Huge ego boost, I am not gonna lie. It was great. I loved Rose City Comic Con, and I'm really hoping to go to San Diego and be able to show off my artwork to editors and stuff. And that can go ahead, get some lines there. It's so cool. I had no idea that when I bought this script off of Gale that I would be working on a dragon, because that's why I bought the script in the first place, because I was like, I told her, "Oh, I was going to ask for script samples, but this is actually really very perfect." And I told her I was adding pencils to my portfolio, or I was going to try and add pencils to my portfolio. And she was excited. She was so excited. I tweeted earlier that I felt bad because I was going to write notes all over her script, and she replied, "That's what you're supposed to do." Like, I know, they're so pretty. I love it. It's great. It's so awesome. I'm still reeling, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, drawing a dragon. Swear I bought this even though I had no idea I'd be drawing a dragon. I'm just so happy I get to draw a dragon. It's really interesting drawing animals all scrunched up. It really is. Because you gotta tweak the anatomy a bit. And I don't even know if this is even the final that I'm gonna go with. I might just redo it. Who knows? Yeah, yay, dragon. I love it. I'm not using that color yet. Why do I keep doing that? I think I want to add a super awesome fin there and then put it on the other side. Yeah, the dragon does really cool stuff in this in this issue. He really does. Mm. All right. Yeah, I'm just refining pages tonight, or refining a page at least. Because the goal is, I actually don't like those fins. I really don't. Ugh, gross. Now that I looked at him a second time, I kind of like it, like the tail just as it is. And I'm really glad I drew this first because I had to look up some of the Marvel stuff. And it was really, really kind of weird. Because I don't know what some of the stuff is. I'm a really bad nerd in that I don't do a whole lot of superhero stuff. We're gonna have him be brave and kind of still pointing a gun at the dragon. We'll see how that works out for him. And this is a fun panel. I always love borderless panels, and I've got a dude right here who is the dragon personified. Literally, that's who the dragon decides his person is gonna look like. And he's supposed to be a portly guy. So we'll make him a little pudgy. And he pops out of this dude. And just like annihilates everyone. It's great. He's got this huge fire thing that you'll see in, I think, the next page. We're gonna do that for him. And I think actually I want to make him bigger. Bigger. He needs to take up. Yeah, actually. I wanted to see part of his tail. I think I'm gonna have to be happy with that if I want to make him bigger. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to be happy with just part of the tail instead of the entire tail. That's okay. I still get the lines that I kind of wanna maintain, and it leads you off to the next panel. Hoo-hoo, composition shit. But we can at least still see my brave guy. And we can see the skin kind of tearing away, which is hopefully going to be really awesome once I finish it. Oh, I totally forgot about his claw. His claw. See, and that's the only problem. Like, you can see this panel first, but does it really lead into... But that's okay. I'm trying to see where my eye is led around. I think if I bold this guy and kind of... We'll see. We shall see. I think his wing is gonna go like that, and that all gets erased. Ooh, 5 whole watchers. Hey guys, I haven't decided a question of the night, but let's go ahead and make one up right now. What's your favorite dessert? I like cherry pie. Cherry pie, I think, is my favorite dessert of all time. What about your guys's? Oh, that is an uneven line. Oh well, I'll fix it. It's pencils. It doesn't matter. Would it? Oh, just Discord. Okay. I'm thinking. That goes that way. The neck kind of leads into that. Except the neck shouldn't be that thick. The neck should only be like that thick. at least up top. And then that's gonna lead down there. That's gonna... Oh no. That's not gonna lead down there. That's not gonna curve like that because that is solid bone and we are using anatomy. Let's see, are we gonna put spikes on his back? Would that be cool? Because I debated about a fin going all the way down. Actually, I wonder if that would be cool. Let's see if that would be... It'd be more like... No, I think if I made a fin, it would only be right there, and that wouldn't show. That would, though, because that's the border, and there's that. And maybe if he had a fin, kind of go down like that. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is that a cool looking fin, or is that just too much? I mean, you also gotta remember, this is Marvel. This is Disney. Actually, no. Gale does not care. I think we're gonna get rid of that part. We're gonna say no fin on the back, maybe fin on the neck. I don't know. I haven't decided. We'll decide later. And then I do have to... Just my sticky bones. He's awesome. Because people like to put their arms straight out when aiming a weapon. Ooh, ooh, his leg fell off. That's okay, it pops right back in. Yeah, I know how you feel. That was all weekend at Rose City. Even though they had like actual Wi-Fi, kind of. And they even had Wi-Fi you could pay for. But check this out. One of the artists I went and got a portfolio critique from, he paid for the Wi-Fi. And he still couldn't connect. At all. It was insane. He was trying to look for a tweet for me. And he couldn't find it. And he was so mad because he was... It wasn't that he couldn't find it. Which figure? This one right there? Yeah. He was kind of mad because he was looking for a tweet to help me... to help himself kind of illustrate what he was trying to say to me. But because he couldn't connect to the Wi-Fi, he couldn't find it. He was really mad. Now, this figure is the dragon. Haha. Shh. No, it's actually not a secret. It's already published. It's already out. All that jazz. Trying to figure out how to do that. Oh! Oh! This guy! Yeah, I forgot there's a huge delay on Twitch. That is my Sticky Bones. He's awesome. I love him. He helps me, and he's got 2 other friends. And they're amazing artistic references, in my opinion. But I'm biased. I bought them. Thought you were talking about the figure that I'm working on right now. Boy, that's awful, isn't it? That's okay. He's supposed to be clothed anyway. And he's supposed to be a little chubby. All good. I don't know how I'm gonna dress him yet. He still looks out of proportion. So I'm gonna make his legs a little longer. There we go. These guys have pretty crazy posability too. Like, I've put them in ballet type poses and they hold it wonderfully. It is absolutely amazing. They're supposed to be like an animation tool instead of just an art posing tool, but a lot of artists found out, hey, you know, these guys can do so many poses and they're ambiguous enough that I can change up their proportions and everything. And they were a Kickstarter or an Indiegogo. They were an Indiegogo. Actually, I'm gonna give him a Wonder Woman stance. Yeah, boy. He's gonna be fun to draw. They all get Wonder Woman stances because they're trying to be brave. I don't know if it's gonna work once this dude turns into a dragon. Yeah, power stance. I love power stances. This guy's head should actually be bigger. He should actually be bigger on a whole, but that's okay. I'll fix it later. And then this guy's head is probably like that big. And it goes out that way. That guy is definitely bigger. And that's okay. You don't have to keep it up necessarily. I hadn't drawn anything in forever. I wore a brace literally all weekend because I went from 0 hours drawing to 3 to 4 hours drawing in a single day. Um, so that was fun. I actually had Kelly Fitzpatrick ask me, you know, so what's up with your brace? And that was like, yeah, this is why. And she wasn't surprised either. Not in the slightest. I'm just gonna do general shape here because he's too small And right now the resolution and size that I have it on isn't exactly conducive to actually being able to flesh it out a bit. Oof, the going from nothing to 4 hours per day. Yeah, that was not pleasant. Alright, let's go ahead and make this bigger. I do little dances. There we go, booyah. His wing really was in a much better place before I made him bigger, but I'm gonna have to be okay with that. Okay. No. I think now I gotta erase things. Wow, I think YouTube is barely catching up. Wow, YouTube, you are slow. Oh man. What on earth is going on? No. No. Sorry, my Twitch all of a sudden just stopped. There we go. Now I've got Twitch back online. Alright, how am I gonna dress this guy? He's supposed to look like an apprentice or an ex-apprentice or like not a descendant. Like a cohort of Dormammu. So how would he dress? And I know I'm not supposed to zoom in this far. Like 100% works. That's the advice I got from Michael Lark, is don't zoom in too close. Let's see, how would he dress? I want to say I'm gonna kind of go off. Who he's facing? Right now he's in the plaza of Stark Unlimited headquarters, and he is surrounded by armed guards. And right now he is a dragon that looks like a man. And that's why he explodes into this awesome dragon. Or it's gonna be awesome. I hope it's gonna be awesome. I don't remember what I was talking about. I think that's okay though. We're gonna give him like a little half updo. gonna say he has boots on. His feet aren't gonna be that big, I don't think. Boots. Those are the most villainous of all. But, like I said, I'm kind of going off the movie, Doctor Strange, where they're wearing kind of the layered robes, almost Jedi kind of looking. Um, what? He's making noise at me. I don't know how to feel about that. No. Because he's supposed to look like an acolyte, or not an acolyte. They're much lower on the totem pole. Probably get my drift. Of Dormammu. That looks really bad. I'm gonna take one of my stick bones here. Power stance this bitch up. Yeah, I wouldn't be messing with my sticky bones as much, but the thing of it is, I'm not inking this time. I'm actually penciling, because I got to keep up, or keep in contact with Andy Fish. Alright. It angles back. Whoop! Popped his head off. Popped his head off again. Yeah, kind of half priest, half rogue. That's kind of what I'm going for. Priest with a sort of evil look to it. And because he's a dragon, and earlier in the script he was like, remember, before I met him, Agamotto had 2 eyes. It's like, what? Excuse you? I read that and I thought, oh my god. Yeah, that looks better. Ish. I do not have a character sheet for my dragon dude. I probably should. But I'm trying to do all of this really quickly because I have to get a lot done before January so that I can get into San Diego with some semblance of a portfolio. Yeah. It is absolutely crazy. Because I don't know if you were here for the introduction, but Andy Fish, one of the illustrators for Archie Comics, of all comics, was saying that if they needed an inker, they'd have walked me over to their editor right then and there. And that if I worked my ass off and kept in contact with him and built up my portfolio, then he would pull some strings and try and get me into San Diego Comic-Con. But the thing of it is that they start sales in January and it sells out very quickly. Very quickly. And at that point it's basically a lottery. So yeah, I would have made a character sheet, but I've got so much work ahead of me that it's absolutely nuts. Yeah. At least I've gotten these 3 pages out as quickly as I wanted to, as I could have gotten them out a lot slower, and that would have been awful. I'm gonna say these aren't like military dudes. They're just hired people that aren't paid nearly well enough to deal with this kind of shit. I'm kind of going Dungeons and Dragons dragon here, or at least edition 3.5. Alright. I think maybe I'm gonna start doing some of this dragon here. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay. I think I'm back. Oh man! Papa Kenisu, nice to see you. Welcome back. Question of the night, what is your favorite dessert? I made it up on the fly, so forgive me if it's a lame ass question. Oh wait. And yeah, my not technically my first own pencils, but my first own independent pencils that I'm actually doing to try and get a job with. Because as far as I'm concerned, Rose City was a raging success. What's your favorite dessert? That was the question. And I'll repeat mine. Mine is cherry pie. I love me some cherry pie. uh, um, maybe what's your current favorite? Maybe like I know I go through stages, except for desserts. I always have one favorite dessert. Um, but I know for like movies and books and everything, I always have fluctuating favorites. So maybe pick your favorite as of right now. Fair enough. Brownies are another solid choice. Ooh, sweet potato pie. True, cookies and cream ice cream is very hard to go wrong with. Yeah, that's pretty good now, isn't it? Except I want to end it a lot shorter. Ooh. With orange blossom and rose waters? Oh, that sounds I'm trying to say delightful and delicious at the same time, and it just doesn't work. It is both of those at the exact same time. I love making pound cake. Pound cake is just a fun dessert to make. Delishful? That's a good compromise. Let's see. How am I gonna do this? Trying to figure out how I would draw a dragon paw, particularly one that's kind of skidding around. I mean, he's not skidding around, but I figure, he's popping out of this tiny dude. He's trying to brace himself a little bit. I don't like that finger. I don't like this paw, actually. It's bad, but I'm gonna improve it. Probably gonna look up some references for it later. Nah, that was a bad move. Yeah, that's a that's a bad foot. I'm not gonna lie. Ooh, yeah. Gotta use the good butter and you gotta use the good eggs. I mean, you cannot skimp on a good pound cake. Let's see, where do I want to go to? I actually really want to fix that first. For realsies. Definitely for realsies. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and fix that foot in my blue layer before I... Because I feel like maybe that foot would actually go maybe that way, wouldn't it? Nice! Wish I could make a pound cake soon, but I've got so much stuff going on. And it doesn't help with the 1-year-old, but at least job. Maybe. Alright. Let's try that. If you want to, I'm perfectly cool with people sending me pound cake. Any little bit is awesome. That foot still sucks. That's okay. I'll change it later. For my new viewers, the ones who just joined me, I would love to know what your favorite dessert is. And please tell me how this dragon is. I mean, this dragon looks absolutely... it's getting there, but the foot looks weird, man. Oh, I lost one. That's okay. Let's see. Let's make him like that. Maybe set the foot further back. I feel like making it a bit smaller too. There's also something wrong with the plane of it. Like it's set on the wrong perspective or something. That's okay. I've got a good groundwork laid out. I think. I hope. And I can fix it later. This is by no means the last draft. Probably. Like I said, right now I'm kind of laying out the groundwork. I'm probably gonna figure it out a little better later. I'm trying to get it right this first time so that I don't have to redo it. But it's looking like that's not gonna happen. Especially since he's supposed to be popping out of his human form. So that makes it a little extra difficult. That's a really good idea, though, figuring out in a separate... Yeah, that's actually what all this fuckery is right there is, right here, is him actually popping out of his human form. That's Gail Simone for you. She's an amazing writer. I love her little notes to her illustrator. And I know that they were basing... Gail Simone, she is an amazing writer. Such a nice woman, too. I mean, she is absolutely amazing. She took one look at my portfolio this weekend and was like, I love your artwork. Gave me such an ego boost. I'm not gonna lie. It was a great way to start the convention. You should definitely look her up. She's written Batwoman. This is a script from Tony Stark, Iron Man. She did Wonder Woman, Conan, Red Sonja. She's done a lot of stuff, and she's such a cool lady. I love her. Very easy to talk to. Like I said, I'm a really bad nerd. I'm not sure who those are. Birds of Prey, yes. That was definitely one I missed. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to figure out this dragon on a separate illustration, but that's gonna be, you know, just laying out groundwork. That's all I have to do right now. Neither have I. I've never. The only one I kept up with for a while is, or when I started out was Spider Girl with May Parker, the child of Spider-Man, of Peter Parker and Mary Jane. Other than that, I've been much more into indie comics because I like the writing a little better. I like the art sometimes much better. But I'm such a bad nerd. I don't keep up with superheroes as well as I probably should. It is an expensive hobby with what, $3, $4 a comic. I mean, I was lucky they were. I mean, these were more independent publishers, but they were selling their comics for like $1 an issue, and I was like, totally, at least try that out, bro. Sounds good to me. Yeah. Figure an eye is gonna be right there. And this is probably gonna. It's probably a little better with some little teeth going on. Yeah. Yeah. I'm probably gonna go through like 3 more colors before I go back to black, because I should have gone to a different color before going to black. Gotta refine it before I refine it before I refine it some more. So I'm just gonna go ahead and draw through shit now. I don't even care. I was telling people earlier that it's a lot harder to draw a scrunched up animal than it is to draw a regular animal that isn't scrunched up. Yeah, that's on 2. No. Probably need to look up some references before the next stream, but that's okay. I've got 3 pages to kind of refine. Mortal Kombat 11 for the dragon. I was going more for a Well, I'll wait for you to respond before I continue my thought. Noob say Sabot's finisher. Let me write that down real quick. I hate writing in pen. Aha, I do have a pencil with me. I was gonna write directly in pen on the script that I have. Haha. See? Here it is, the almighty script. Alright. Alright, there we go. Even underlined it. There we go. I will have to look that up, but I will have to look it up for next time. Because this is definitely going to take me more than one stream. And I'm definitely going to work on it in between. Or maybe I might pick a different script to work on in between. Kind of like I do with my inks. Alright, I'm going to the YouTube. I gotta sign in. I'm gonna look at it later because I don't want to leave too much dead space. It's gory. Yeah, that's why it says sign in to confirm your age. This video may be inappropriate for some users. So I'll sign in later. But I wrote it down, so I should be able to look it up later. Definitely looking it up later because now I'm very curious. Yeah, let's do some fun little distress to his wings. And then because that goes through there. See, I figure he's super old. He's older than Malekith, and even Malekith is kind of afraid of him. So he's gonna have some battle damage at least. I gotta put my inking skills to good use here, kind of figure out what I've learned and what I'm gonna use from that. So it's interesting, even though I've been inking, I've learned a lot. Okay. other side of the tail because there's a hole there. I keep forgetting that I'm drawing. This panel is a panelless panel. So I've got to continue drawing kind of through the page, kind of figuring out where everything ends. Oh, I got to talk to so many people on in Rose City. I mean, I swear I'm gonna be talking about it for months. I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably gonna bore everyone until the next until I get to the next convention and I finally start talking about that. Okay. Or maybe if I... Maybe. That doesn't look any better. That's okay. I'll look up how other people do dragons and figure out, you know, where am I kind of going wrong. That's the next one I'm hoping to get to, because it's not quite as big as San Diego Comic-Con, and I've been building up towards San Diego, and I'm really, really hoping that if I keep up contact with Andy Fish, then I can actually get into San Diego, because he's going to try and pull some strings and get me in there. Whoa, now where is that going? That should not be going anywhere. Okay, let's... I guess... Nope. It's a little too big for a svelte sort of... Well, he's not svelte by any means. But there we go. Yeah, that shouldn't be showing at all. I knew it. Sorry. Yeah, I'm hoping to head to Emerald City. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm probably gonna be working on my portfolio a little bit more, as by January I need to have a good portfolio um to put together so that Andy Fish can be like, yeah, you know what? I'll pull those strings and see what I can do. I live on the East Coast, or not on the East Coast, on the West Coast. Um, so New York is not an option right now. Not an option at all. It right now it's Emerald City or San Diego or bust. There's no way I'm gonna be able to make it to New York right now. Yeah, definitely had to redo this. Ha! So obvious now. wish I could go to New York, but even even the fishes were like, yeah, that might not be an option because we live in New York. However, comma, you do not, and you are just starting out. Like, yeah, kind of, just maybe. That's bad. I need to figure out the perspective on this, but that comes a little later. These guys are probably wearing like some sort of not combat boot. 'Cause I figure they're hired. They're not military. They're just hired. They're not paid nearly enough to do this job. I'm sorry, guys. My pencils always start out the most horrible, horrendous things ever. Because I'm super loose and I go through like 5 different drafts. Because I clean and refine, and then I refine some more, and then I finally fix perspective, and then I refine some more. Yeah, he's pointing that at. That's bad. Yeah, no, that head's supposed to be a little bigger, except that shoulder's supposed to be a little more. Kind of. That's okay. I'll make it work. Okay, but that's not going to be showing because there's some other guy's head there. do do do. Crap, and now I have the Baby Shark song stuck in my head. I hate it when my husband doesn't help at all. I need to remember not to do ever again. Yeah. Tony Stark to do. Don't even. No, they are not all doing. Not Baby Shark, at least. Don't. No. You're not supposed to betray me like that. Oh, come on. What? Ah. I'm supposed to be drawing here, not Tony Stark doing. Yes, they are Tony Stark doing. I'm gonna regret asking this, but my husband asks, "What's the next line?" Here's our brave guy. I'm gonna go ahead and just draw my brave guy, still aiming his gun at the giant dragon. He's probably peeing his pants at the moment, but you know, kudos to him. Of course you're gonna think of one. Oh god, I thought of one, but I'm not gonna do it. Peter Parker. I'd have gone Mighty Thor. That was my next line. Mighty Thor, do 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 do. I hate myself, do 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 do. Or Pepper Potts. Yeah, that works too. Did you hear that one? Pepper Potts. Yeah, and now he's doing. There, that's where his head would be. Pepper Potts. I don't feel well. Do 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 do. Or I guess it's I don't feel good. I think I'm ready to kind of start refining the next page. Kind of. I'm getting there. You can do a lot with that song. It's kind of annoying, kind of great, mostly annoying, actually. Yeah, William says like me. He can do so much with that song, it's not even funny. It's kind of unfair how much he can do with that song. Wait. No, it'd be that way. The free credit report? No. Don't remind me. That is me flipping my husband off camera because he decided to sing the little jingle. I still don't remember it though. I mean, and no, I have to disagree. That is not the greatest earworm of all time. The greatest earworm of all time is a song from Pirates of Penzance. And every time I think of it, I can't get it out of my head for days on end. Honey, which jingle were you singing? Yeah, the freecreditreport.com, but which one? Shorter description, what were the lyrics? He doesn't he does he says, "I don't remember, I was barely there." That's my husband for you, everyone. Internet, welcome to my husband. He was singing some song, that's all I know. It was annoying. Oh, Modern Major General for Pirates of Penzance? That's one of them. No, the one where all the daughters are singing. Um, no, where they're at the lake and uh, dun 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 dun. That one gets me every single time. Yeah, he's probably singing the one about the car. I don't even know. I haven't. I don't watch TV very often unless it's on Netflix. So, probably. Modern Major General. It's an earworm, but I actually enjoy it. I actually enjoy singing along with it, so I don't mind it. It's not that bad. And there are a lot of cool songs based on it. Like in the pirate movie, they make a parody of the Pirates of Penzance, which is a total oxymoron in my opinion. And then, not Professor Elemental, somebody else does an Elements song in the tune of Modern Major General, and it's awesome. Oh, let's see. What else am I doing? I'm probably moving on to the next page, to be perfectly honest. That's the guy? Yeah. He does an awesome Elements song. That's the one. LaBelle Gigi, my husband says that you are his newest best friend for knowing who that is. He started singing it and said the name. And, yep. Okay. Blast an arc across the plaza, singeing trees, melting benches, and killing at least 2 guards instantly in a tidal wave of dragon fire. Believe it or not, I actually got this pose for the dragon from a picture of a dog ferociously barking. How about poisoning pigeons in the park? I think I've heard of it. Guess who's singing it? References are cool. I agree. They really are. Yeah, yeah. At least it makes my time more entertaining because I actually, if I don't normally have someone else to talk to during my streams. He makes it more entertaining by giving me someone to kind of riff off of. Whee! Solid blacks. Well, blues, but you know. Oh, how am I gonna do fire? I did a bunch of really cool fire by Jimbo earlier, and I really kind of liked it. Orale. That's what happens when you have a cat. That's why I have dogs. That's not gonna. That's not gonna fly. Okay. We've got the burning effigies of the poor security guards. Very, that is an awfully long name for a for a cat. to... Who's the Phil, the F-I-L? What I mean is, what does F-I-L stand for? Father-in-law! That should have made sense. Whoa! I don't like it when my computer does that. Yeah, I spent the entire weekend calling my mother-in-law the MIL, so that should have made a lot more sense than it did. This is a super messy panel. I'm not sorry. Okay. Inside the HQ. Okay. Oh boy, there's a lot going on in this panel that I did not show. Okay, we've got Rhodey, Bethany, Doc Shapiro. Okay. Intern. Okay. This deserves another color. There. Ha! First, however, comma, right there. There. Now let's pick out a pinkish color. There. We'll go back to the title. And we'll do... What on earth is that even? I don't want to... Never mind. I don't want to know. I just... Wow. That was... Whew. That was a thing to look up to and see on my comments board. Whoops. The stream is not ending, by the way. The stream is not ending. Not for another 20 minutes at least. I don't know what happened. No, it is not ending yet. I'm not done. Yeah, no, I'm not done for another 20 minutes. I must have hit a button. Oh, because I have my Streamlabs set to numbers, and I... No, that was bad me. Bad me. Because I have a Streamlabs OBS and I set the shortcuts to numbers. Because I'm like, I'm never going to use numbers. When am I going to use numbers? And then all of a sudden I just start deciding to name my layers by what page I'm working on. And now I'm using numbers. I don't want him standing still. He's entering the room. He's entering the room? Yeah, comes in running. Comes in running. He's running. So he's gonna be more like that. Okay. So I just had that there for reference. Let's do that. Yeah. So I guess I need to change the hotkeys for my OBS. Because Bethany is supposed to be badass at everything she does. And I'm sure she is. Gail Simone wrote her. I'm gonna give her a power stance too. But we're gonna give her a more womanly figure. Yeah, because she is a woman. Or how about she's in charge. So she... I think... And she's more in the foreground than I want her to be, but that's okay. We're gonna put David right there. David is a kind of nobody intern. But he has a name. So maybe he's not a nobody. Need to pull out my French curve for that shit. Because it's Tony Stark's tower, so everything is supposed to be like super clean and, uh-oh. What's going on? I don't know why all of a sudden my thing decided to... My computer decided to dim. Very ominous. But I know Tony Stark Tower is supposed to be super clean, super like precise. So okay, there's other interns, other leg. Here's the cat. we'll do the back view of the dragon. We'll say there's a camera. Then we'll have the fire arc over this one. And then we'll have an iron drone over here with the dragon over here and his big old wing. What? Oh, good lord. Bag number one, huh? Huh. Huh. I can't recycle that film. No one can recycle that film. I hate it when they make plastic you can't recycle. It's useless. Alright, there's Dr. Shapiro. That's a shitty looking cat, but I'm gonna have to fix that later. What's happening in panel 3? What on earth? What on earth is going on? Well, Facebook decided to crap out. That's okay, ain't nobody watching on there anyway. Boy, I gave him a long neck, didn't I? There we go. And then that's gonna be a transparent screen because why? It's Tony Stark. And he's gonna have transparent screens because he's high tech like that. He needs to be standing farther away though, doesn't he? Which means he need to be smaller. I almost broke the 180 rule earlier while I was going through my first pass at this. Oh, it was awful. I had Bethany on this side instead of this side. Dang it. No, I did break the 180 rule. So she needs to be over here. That's okay, that works out better anyway because I still need to move him like so. Yeah. That works out much better. Cannot break the 180 rule. And the 180 rule is very important. It serves for continuity. And let's see, intern is going to be right there. Bethany's gonna be right here with her arsenal of rifles. That's gonna be a panel. And then let's see, he left from that way. So let's say he's gonna leave from that way too. So we're gonna flip horizontal. Works for me. Totes works for me. Except now I don't want to fix that panel, because she also needs to be bigger. And I wanted, but that's not gonna work either. He's gonna have to be more right there for this panel to work. Okay. Hello, Rhodey. There we go. There you are, sort of. Don't even. Okay. Think now. Now I'm gonna work on refining that page. Sort of. It's not really refining as it is figuring out what I'm trying to see. And laying down anatomy, that's another part of the big issue. Is that I've got to lay down anatomy. Whoa, deja vu. I get deja vu all the time. It's kind of annoying. See, my ultimate goal is to make sure that inkers, like I was working on, not so much don't have a lot of room to work, but so much don't need to fix a lot. They can just worry about making it look extra good. And like I said, Sorry. This looks super bad. But it gets better, I promise. You can't ink without being able to know how to draw at least a little bit. And there's intern's head. Wait, no. Then... Okay, it's getting about that time. I'm gonna give out the old 5-minute warning here. If... Oh, that felt good. If part of this is, or more of this is finished before I get back next time, it's just because I decided to work on this one instead of picking a different project. Probably will pick a different project because I still have one more page that I'm inking and that I really want to finish. But we shall see. Um, okay. Oh. I feel like he's supposed to be running this way too, but I'm gonna, like, like all of my fun stuff, I'm gonna go ahead and fix that when I go through my next iteration after fixing the perspective on everything else. Um, let's see. Getting ready to be just about done for the night here. Let's see. Sorry, I'm always at like the weird end of the webcam. I just need to move it that way a little bit. Okay. I think that's about it. Yeah, it still looks horrible after refining it, but my main focus was this page right here. I think it looks a whole lot better after, what, an hour and a half I spent on this one. Anyway, so check out my Twitch, which you're already on. Thank you very much. My Twitter, my Instagram, and my Facebook, and my Patreon now. You can all find them at Defiance Comics. Tiers start out at $1 per month, and they go all the way up to $25 per month, where you'll find exclusive videos. You'll get access to all of my works in progress, and hopefully in the future lots of other fun stuff. But for now, that's what we have. Alright, anyway, thank you for watching. I hope to see you at future streams, and enjoy your night. Thanks a lot.